Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is the planets. So, what is each planet's objective of it? So, for example, well, it's not gonna be an example because I'm gonna say it all anyway. But the rising sign is considered what people see about you, like from first meeting. So when you're just acquaintance, so it could be when they look at you, like your parents possibly, and that's how they go about you, or just who you portray yourself as. Just like the MC, it's like what people see you on the outside, like in a professional light, before getting to know you on a deeper level. So that's what your rising sign is. And then your sun sign is who you are as a person, is you. And then the moon sign is your emotions, what you have hidden, what you try to keep, from people that are just acquaintance. You try to show your emotions probably to people that are family members or close friends, or even just you keep your emotions to yourself. That's what the moon is, what's hidden, what's unknown. And then we have Mercury. Mercury is how you communicate with people, how you go about your communication style, and how you operate with others. And then we have Venus as your love language, what you consider is love to you. So, for example, if you have, this kind of stereotype, but it's not for all of them, but if you have Venus and Taurus, most likely you like getting gifts or giving gifts, and possibly even with Leo as well in Venus. Like that's your love language, or that's just who your future person will possibly be. Taurus or Libra, or Leo. And then your Mars sign is how you go about your day-to-day life. So work, possibly. Mars is kind of associated with work, or even with your activities, fun activities that you do when you have alone time. So me, for example, I have Mars in Aries. So I would most likely be prone to doing like something sporty or like body moving activities. That would probably be something good for me. And then if you have like Mars in opposite sign, like Libra, maybe you like lighting candles or spa days, just like activity stuff, or just career, how you go about your career and things of that sort. Then we got Saturn, which is what's holding you back, what's kind of keeping you limited, what's keeping you structured sometimes as well, what's keeping you in your box and on the right path, in the right lane sometimes. Because sometimes people consider Saturn as something that's just a limiting factor, but Saturn can also be something that can help you stay in your lane and stay in your path that you're trying to reach. So, for example, if you have Saturn and Gemini, you could possibly have communication issues, or you could have issues with talking probably a little bit too much. And then if you have Jupiter will be considered your spouse for a female, or Jupiter is possibly your luck in life or further education, stuff like that. Also, when you have Jupiter in the home of Sagittarius, it's a good spot for it. Also in Pisces, it's a good spot for it. So if you have those two, that's good for you. Excuse me. And then let's see. Uranus. Uranus is illusions, dreams, state. It's kind of like Pisces, the same, like Neptune in a sense. But yeah, I really don't know that much about Uranus. Like I never really was like getting it deep into details about the planet. Same with Neptune. I guess those are could both be considered like things you wish to have or dream state of mind, stuff like that. And then we have Pluto. Pluto would be kind of like Saturn in a sense. I remember watching this female's video and she was saying like the most signs you should look out for is someone's. I'll say that in the next video, but yeah, Pluto is like that karmic cycles, things you should look out for, what needs to be transformed about you to get to the next stage in your life. So for me, for example, I believe my Pluto goes into the second house and the third house sometimes. So since it's in the second house, that could mean that I need to learn how to manage money more properly, so I won't be like feeling like I'm going into debt or I'm lacking in that department, because the second house is really prone or big on like money and having financial stability. But also it falls into the third house, so that would mean that I could have like issues with um siblings, because that's what the third house is about: siblings and close relatives and your community as well. So you have to get past issues with your community to get to the next level. So yeah. But I have my Pluto in Sagittarius, which is I believe a good planet to have your a good zodiac sign to have your Pluto in, because it's not as harsh as it would be in Libra. Because if you have your Pluto in Libra, that means you might have to get through like karmic relationships a lot before you can actually meet the one. And even if you do meet the one, it could be where it's a karmic thing. It's like an ongoing karmic cycle. And that would be up to you if you want to be with that person, knowing that it's going to be like a ongoing thing like that, ongoing relationship like that. And then we have the Chiron and the Lilith at the bottom of the chart. So the Chiron and Lilith are just like Pluto and Saturn, kind of looked upon as something you got to watch out for in your chart. And the Lilith is the feminine energy that got away, I guess, from a harsh male's detached energy, that wouldn't jump into his feminine energy to be understanding of her as a human being. He wanted to have her beneath him, and she didn't want that for herself. She wanted to be equally yoked as him, and he wasn't accepting that. So she rebuked his energy and left the relationship or the connection or the group to build into the chart. Now I think, but I wonder which planet that he was. But yeah, that's what the Lilith is kind of defined as. And the Chiron is considered the same kind of thing in a way. I really never got into the details of the Chiron. But yeah. Which L? Which L? Love or laughter? Mesh them together.